extraordinary performance. Can he do it again as the series has shifted back to Orlando? Or can the Magic wrap it up back home to make their way to the NBA Finals for the first time since 1995 as the Los Angeles Lakers wait in the wings? The usual capacity crowd, better than 17,000 still making their way in as we get ready for Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals. It's the Cleveland Cavaliers facing the Orlando Magic. The Magic looking to close it out. And once again, the season is on the line for the Cavaliers. Hi, everybody. Marv Albert along with Reggie Miller sitting in for Doug Collins. We'll be joined in a moment by Craig Sager working the sidelines. Let's check out the McDonald's starting lineup. So look at the Cavs. LeBron James with 17 of his 37 points in the fourth quarter in Game 5 on the way to a triple-double. And Mo Williams comes off his best game of the series for the Magic. They need a bounce-back game from Rashard Lewis. He's on the front line with Hedo Turkoglu and Dwight Howard. Hedo with another stellar game on the road the other night. 10 of 18, he had 29 points in the backcourt. It's Courtney Lee and Rafer Alston. All right, Reggie, what are the keys for tonight's Game 6?
Well, I'm going to start with the point guard matchup. Rafer Alston in 2 losses. He's only averaging 3 points, 2 of 17 from the field. And Mo Williams in 2 wins, 22 points. How about the small things for the Magic? You have to make it from the free throw line. 28 of 41 in Game 5. And for the Cavs, ball movement. You are 5-1 in the playoffs when you have 20-plus assists. Share the basketball. And the supporting cast for the Magic, a plus 63 in bench points in this series, led by Michael Petras, who's outscored the Cavs bench alone 69 to 56. And for the Cavs, who will Mike Brown trust? But Marv, the showcase, Superman versus Iron Man. Dwight Howard averaging 19 points in the paint and 3 wins, only 9 in 2 losses, and LeBron James playing a taxing 44 minutes in this series, but he is averaging 41 points, 8.5 rebounds, and 8 assists.
And as you see, LeBron with that traditional choreographed routine, which he has taken on the road. The Cavs are 0-4 this season here in Orlando. 2 defeats in the playoffs, 2 losses in the regular season, including the Cavaliers' worst loss of the season by 29 points. That was back in early April, and the Magic led by as many as 41 in that game. But during the regular season, Cleveland had one of the best road records in the league at 27-14. And here at home, the Magic during the regular season winning 32 of 41 games, and at one point they won 11 straight here at home.
Yeah, but those records are nice and all, but in a Game 6 situation, especially in a closeout game, you can throw those out the window. It's really who wants it more between these 2 teams.
Well, apparently Steve Javie, who is working with Bennett Salvatore and Derek Stafford, said the tip was stolen by the Cavs, so the ball is awarded to the Magic.
Well, you heard Charles Barkley saying that Dwight Howard has to get started early. He's the one that can bring these Magic fans out of their seats early.
And that's exactly what he does. Delonte West and Mo Williams in the backcourt. Anderson Varejao trying to set the pick. Here is Williams. Got off to the quick start in Cleveland the other night. Lee going at West. Rebounded by Ilgauskas.
And it's funny, talking to both head coaches Stan Van Gundy and Mike Brown, early transition buckets are going to be at a premium for both teams.
Alston up tight on Williams. And LeBron touches for the first time. Leads Varejao. Nicely done.
And that is going to be something that Stan Van Gundy is going to have to address, especially in the pick and roll situation. Who's going to rotate over early to Anderson Varejao? He's great at slipping picks.
There's Turkoglu going at Ilgauskas. Rebound Howard, and he is fouled from behind by Varejao. So Dwight Howard will go to the line. The other night, Howard 8 of 13 at the line, did have 24 points, 10 rebounds, but he fouled out. In fact, fouled out as LeBron James, who just completely controlled the fourth quarter, went right at him. And that was number 6 on Howard.
Well, how the officials officiate Dwight Howard is going to be key in this game. but he can't be dumb and pick up silly fouls, especially when LeBron James is going to be attacking him in that pick and roll situation. So he's going to have to learn sometimes to let LeBron or whoever else, sometimes it's okay to give up an occasional two. You can't block and contest everything.
And at the other end, Stan Van Gundy concerned that White has been a bit tentative on some possessions because he's afraid of picking up early fouls, and he has fouled out of 3 of the games.
Well, you can't worry about picking up fouls. If it's in your nature to be aggressive defensively, then you've got to play that way.
That pass picked off. LeBron opening up as he did the other night, trying to get everyone involved. And the foul is called on Varejao. That's his second. Hit him from behind.
And now what does Mike Brown do as he looks down at Ben Wallace to come in as Anderson Varejao, probably their best skilled defender big man on the Cavs team, picks up a quick 2 fouls early in this first quarter.
So Varejao will sit down, and Ben Wallace has done a nice job the last 3 games of this series as he contends with Dwight Howard. So Wallace has come on. There's Howard way off. We're just underway here at Amway Arena in Orlando. Game 6 of the best of 7. Delonte West playing despite a bruised hip, gets it inside. Wallace is fouled and pushed by Howard, and that's a foul you do not want to give.
And you saw as soon as he put his hands on his head, he understood that is a silly foul to foul Ben Wallace, because I'm not quite sure he was going to make this layup anyways, but these are the silly fouls that Charles was talking about at the top of the show that he can't get into, because they need him on the floor. It's a premium to have him on the floor.
And Wallace only a 42% free throw shooter during the regular season at 27 of 64. Not a guy who spends much time at the line, although there could be a hack of Ben involved, particularly if he gets the playing time. As Varejao sitting down early with the 2 fouls.
Well, I like the philosophy of it, but Dwight Howard can't be the guy that's hacking him.
Here's Lewis, got the step on Wallace, rebounded by Ilgauskas. James yet to take a shot here at the start, just setting people up. Ilgauskas. Rebound is handled by Howard.
And with Ben Wallace on the floor, Dwight Howard could be that roaming defender.
Alston for 3. Ray for Alston in game 4 had a career playoff high of 26. Game 5 the other night, hit his first shot of 3 and then missed 9 in a row to finish 1 for 10. James, yes. So LeBron James connects on his first attempt. Lewis again gets the step. They swing it, and it's a 3-second violation, so the ball back to the Cavaliers.
Dwight Howard thought that Courtney Lee was going to take that 3-point in the short corner and kind of camped out in the lane.
Cavaliers trying to send it back to the Q in Cleveland for a game 7 Monday night. Game that will be seen exclusively here on TNT, starting at 8 with the pregame show, 8 o'clock Eastern time. Well, the Magic trying to wrap things up here. Williams able to get it back. Wallace on the tip.
Well, you're talking about garbage points and points around the rim. That's what Ben Wallace is going to give you. 2 opportunities there for Mo Williams to score and couldn't finish.
Game is tied at 6. Turgler hooks a pass down low to Howard, and he stops. 8-6 lead for the Magic. James Yes.
That's 2 outside shots for LeBron James, and that's what's going to make it difficult as this game goes on. If he's making that shot, that means he's going to be able to get into the paint.
Lewis hits the 3. Rashard Lewis, who did not have a good shooting game the other night, has given the Magic a 3-point lead. Daniel Gibson coming off the bench, getting set to check in. He was a major contributor the other night. Here is James. This time came up short. Lewis once again able to beat Wallace off the dribble and draws the foul. Rashard Lewis has been a very difficult cover for Ben Wallace. Ilgauskas picks up the foul.
Yeah, I like the penetration with Hedo Turkoglu finding Dwight Howard on the roll in the finish. And look at Rashard Lewis in transition. And this is what makes him so difficult at 6'10", being the trailer, stretching the defense with that 3-point shooting.
Rashard Lewis the other night just 4 of 12 from the field, although finished with 15 points. You can vote for which player you want to watch. Get enhanced coverage of the Eastern Conference Finals right here on TNT Overtime Extra, presented by Axe, only on NBA.com. Now Mike Brown going small as he brings Gibson in for Wallace. So Gibson, West, and Williams in a 3-guard set along with James and Ilgauskas.
Well, if Vergel hadn't picked up 2 early fouls, this would have been the early rotation for Mike Brown, bringing in Daniel Gibson as the first sub off the bench. This is a lineup that he feels comfortable with because you've got shooters to surround LeBron James with.
The other night in Cleveland, the Cavaliers jumped right on the Magic, led by as many as 22 in the first quarter, but Orlando got right back into it in the second quarter. Pass from James deflected out, last touch by Orlando, so the Cavs maintain possession with 6 on the 24.
This lineup also is tough for the Magic because you've got Rashard Lewis guarding the 6'2" Daniel Gibson, and that takes him away from the basket as well at 6'10".
Shot clock down to 2, down to 1. And as James took that hit, he took a shot to the head. Foul by Turkoglu. James will go to the line.
Well, it was a nice spin baseline by LeBron James. It just looked like Hedo came over top and kind of got him on the head.
Oh, not kind of. He's dazed.
On the head or in the eye. It's hard to tell right there if they got it on the head and he's a little dazed or something got him in the eye. But look at the nice spin baseline. Get away from the defense, you go baseline. Where's your help? As Rashard Lewis, it looked like, came over from the weak side and got him in the eye. And that's where the foul occurred.
So the foul on Turkoglu, but as you mentioned, it is Lewis with the late hit, and did get James in the eye. So LeBron with his 5th point, and you look back as to what LeBron has been able to do in the Eastern Conference Finals here against the Magic, averaging better than 41 a game. 8.5 rebounds, 8 assists. He had a career high in terms of playoff competition with 14 rebounds the other night. And over the last 11.5 minutes, it was one of the great streaks in playoff history. He assisted on 30, either scored or assisted on 32 consecutive points. Nice move by Howard. Little jump step.
Like Howard attacking the body of Zydrunas. He knows he's quicker than take him to the basket, take him off the dribble, and attack the body.
Williams trying to rub off Lee. Able to get it back. Gibson, played by Lewis. Shot clock to 5. West, nice move on a step back by Delonte West.
Yeah, I mean, he's the one Cav who's played consistent throughout this series.
Well, Howard gets it very deep inside, and he draws the foul.
Just like When LeBron James gets into the paint, he's tough. And Dwight Howard, when he catches it down that low, you're going to have to send help, and send help immediately. Taking it to the body of Zydrunas, using the glass and the soft touch, and Delonte West, the other consistent Cav, lacing up a jumper from up top.
Oh, on a humid 83-degree day in Orlando. We welcome you back. It's time for Gatorade Around the Cooler. Let's go to Craig Sager. Craig.
Well, Marv, all series long, Sam Gundy said he doesn't have an answer to stopping LeBron James, but he hasn't stopped searching. His assistant, Brendan Malone, helped develop the Jordan rules for Chuck Daly in Detroit. The last 2 days, Stan and Brendan have been looking at tape to see if they apply here. They found that when LeBron is on the wing and you force him to the elbow, he either finds a high-flying Verjao or Z slash into the hoop. When he's on the top and you force him left, LeBron is actually ambidextrous. Right's left-handed, shoots right. And on the low post, if you double him from the top, well, LeBron is strong enough to shoot over it and tall enough to find the open man. So later in Michael's career, he found a way to break the Jordan rules. LeBron may already have the ability to do so as well.
Thank you, Craig. At Indiana, did you guys have Jordan rules?
Yeah, it was called send him to the middle and let one of my Davis boys take him out the air. There was really no answer to guarding Michael Jordan. And I think what LeBron will find out as he matures and gets older in this league is that there's going to be so many defense that are going to be catered each and every night towards him. I like just that he trusts in his teammates and he's willing to give up the pass for them to knock down the shot.
And once again tonight, he is opening by trying to distribute the ball. He's 2 of 3 from the field, 6 points in all. Dwight Howard hitting on both. Magic with a 17-12 lead. Michael Pietrus has come on for Heater Turkoglu. Pietrus has had a terrific series off the bench. Alston switching off to West. Delonte once again with that fadeaway shot, rebounded by Rafer Alston. Nice move by Alston, trying to curl his way in, and a good recovery on the help defense. Magic with 16 on the shot clock. We're coming up on 5 minutes to play in this first quarter.
It's real important that Dwight Howard doesn't pick up that second foul.
Open shot to Courtney Lee. Seven-point Magic lead. James going cross court. Here's Gibson for 3. Daniel Gibson, who has been able to break out. He hit 3 from downtown the other night in Game 5.
And that's the fear factor of LeBron James when he catches it mid-post. You're going to have to come over and double, and that unleashes the three-point shooting of the Cavs.
Nice play by Gibson, deflecting that pass thrown by Alston. Lewis switching off to James. Good job by Howard getting over to help. And here is LeBron for 3.
Back-to-back threes here for the Cavs. And if you're Rashard Lewis, you're going to have to pressure and make LeBron James put the ball on the floor, which is easier said than done because that means he's going to be driving into Dwight Howard.
So the Cavaliers are within 1. Howard backs his way off the double. Howard with the rebound and puts it in.
Nice first quarter so far for Dwight Howard. 11 points, 3 rebounds, 4 of 6 from the field.
Now Pietrus back on James. West played by Lee. Williams. Good ball movement by the Magic. Pietrus for 3. He loves that right-hand corner. And Mike Brown wants a timeout.
Transition buckets at a premium. Michael Pietrus from the short corner 3 with Delonte West closing out.
I think coach told me that's my best shot, but I think that I can help my team a lot of different ways on the floor. But you know, when they double Dwight, I'm on the corner, so you know that I'll be able to make it. So he's part of the offense, me being on the corner and make three.
And by himself, Michael Petrus, primarily having success with those corner threes, has outscored the Cleveland bench. Look at these numbers, 72-61 in favor of Michael Petrus, who was born on the French Caribbean island of Guadeloupe, spent 5 years with Golden State, signed as a free agent by Orlando. He's come back from injury earlier this season. He missed 28 games, and as he likes to say, he's been the X factor in the playoffs.
Well, I agree with him, and what I've liked about him is that he's gotten it done at both ends, guarding that man with the ball right there, LeBron James.
Guido Turkoglu is back, coming on for Rashard Lewis. Here's James to the fade, yes. Good start here for LeBron James, 4 of 5, 11 points. Wally Szczerbiak has come on for the Cavs. Howard able to chase it down. Just under 3 to go in this first quarter. 4-point lead for the Magic. Alston, nice move. Rafer Alston going at Daniel Gibson.
You know, it was a nice fake right there because the Cavs thought that the lob was coming to Dwight Howard, and nice freeze move by Skip to Malou.
James pass off the mark. He thought he was fouled. He was blocked by Howard, and the pass ends up out of bounds.
Howard has to be careful not to pick up that second foul in this first quarter. Sometimes you've got to let LeBron James go. LeBron's making it a point to drive at his body.
And we saw that on a number of occasions in the fourth quarter the other night. Here's Howard, rejected by Wallace. Wallace from the weak side, able to get to Howard.
Well, I like the move here by Dwight Howard, trying to get around Ben Wallace. He kind of loses the ball right here. He gets the recovery, but Big Ben coming from the backside with the block.
8 on the shot clock. Poked away by Wallace. Alston with a long rainbow three.
Less than 2 minutes remaining in the quarter, less than 2.
This looks like what we saw in the fourth quarter the other night, but Howard comes out to help. Szczerbiak open for 3 and way off. And the crowd enjoys that air ball.
Well, it's not like LeBron James is going to stop going to Wally, because they're going to be doubling down and there's going to be shooters open. Wally just has to get his confidence and step into that jump shot.
Now Turkoglu played by James. Howard facing the double. West coming over to help. Good recovery there by Gibson. So Petrus to the rim. Rebound Howard. It counts and the foul. What a start for Dwight Howard. The foul on Gibson, who tried to help.
Dwight Howard with his third offensive rebound in this first quarter. You see the drive there by Petrus and just keeping it alive, a la Dennis Rodman style, tipping it to himself. You see the foul down low and the nice body control by Dwight Howard.
And Howard 3 of 4 at the line. He's looking for point number 14.
This is the most active, especially in the first quarter, that I've seen Dwight Howard all series.
Unable to complete the three-point play. Rebounded by Szczerbiak as we approach a minute left in this first quarter. Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Final. The Magic hoping to close it out. Cavaliers trying to take the series back to Cleveland. West. Wallace could not control. Back comes Turkoglu. You see Szczerbiak trying to foul Howard, and there was no call. The ball was deflected out, last touched by the Cavs.
Well, Dwight's going to have to know that the double team now, especially after the quick start he has had in this first quarter, is going to be coming.
Here's Lee on the move. Courtney Lee with his second field goal. Orlando opens up a 10-point lead. It's an 11-2 run for the Magic. And James had it deflected away, and there was no question about the intent of LeBron James looking to go right, and Howard seeking to pick up that second foul.
Well, in this pick and roll situation, when Ben Wallace is on the floor, Dwight Howard is dropping all the way into the lane because he doesn't need to guard Ben Wallace all the way out there on the floor.
Here's Serbiak for three. Yes, so he comes right back following the air ball a moment ago.
Well, how about the three-point shooting for both teams? 3 of 5 for the Cavaliers and 3 of 4 for the Orlando Magic.
7-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock as this first quarter winds down. Alston using the pick. Howard with the rebound. Howard squeezes it. Crowd looking for a foul. Cavaliers, final seconds of the quarter. James. Oh, what a play by James, using his speed to follow up the shot and score with 0.2 of a second, and that's the end of the first. Dwight Howard, 5 of 9, 13 points, 5 rebounds. LeBron James, 5 for 7 from the field for 13 points. He opened up looking for teammates and then went to the offense. Just moments ago, Craig Sager caught up with Cavaliers head coach Mike Brown.
Well, Coach, after LeBron cut that lead down to 5, I saw you talking extensively to official Steve Javy. What was your concern?
You know, one of the things that we got to watch is Dwight's a beast down there, and he's doing a heck of a job rebounding and getting deep post position, and we're not doing a good job keeping off the glass. And I'm trying to get help however way I can, and I'm telling him to watch his feet. He's hopping a little bit down there.
As far as the hopping, that's one thing, but you think you need to send double teams quicker? I know you don't want to leave the three-pointers open.
It's not the double team. We're coming on the double team. What it is he's getting all second shots. He's got a couple of offensive rebounds or loose balls or 50-50 balls, what we call, and he's converted those or gotten free throws with those.
Thanks a lot. Let's go back to Barb and Reggie.
All right, thank you, Craig. LeBron James opening the second quarter on the bench. Anderson Varejao is back, takes to the rim, 7 straight points for the Cavaliers, who are shooting well at 11 of 21. The Magic 11 of 22 in the first quarter. Here's Rashard Lewis kicking it out. Hedo Turkoglu for 3. In a favorite spot for the Magic, that right-hand corner. We saw Michael Pietrus hit a corner 3. Orlando 4 of 5 from three-point land.
Mike Brown trying to buy time for LeBron James on the bench to start this second quarter. They're -5 as Zydrunas gets fouled and is going to the line. And we talk about the first quarter struggles for the Magic. The first 5 games tonight, 30 points, only 20 through the first 5. Shooting much better at home from three-point range as well as field goals. And look at the point differential, a +5 to start this second quarter.
So Ilgauskas to the line, fouled by Marcin Gortat, who just came on for Dwight Howard. Once again, let's check in with Craig.
Well, I remember early in the series we talked about the discrepancy between Hedo Turkoglu at home and on the road, and he said he played better on the road because he was able to sleep because he and his wife Bruna had a 3-month-old daughter named Ella. Well, both parents were in town for the first month to help out, and then she was at home by herself, and when he came home, he said he wasn't getting sleep. I'd like you to know the X factor, they have hired a permanent nanny now to help out. He got a lot of sleep last night.
Now that is good information to have. Here's another three-point attempt by Pietrus. Now, was Hedo just being frugal or wanted to spend more time with the baby, as Mo Williams is able to hit, cutting left to right and popping it home. So the Magic lead is 4 as the second quarter gets underway.
Yeah, with LeBron on the bench, let's see if Mo Williams, who just knocked down his first shot, can get going offensively. He got off to that quick start in Game 5 with those 11 points in the first quarter. Tonight, just 2 points, as you just saw his first basket of the evening.
Mo Williams called on the foul, his second, which will bring on Daniel Gibson. Well, apparently Mo will stay on the court. Wally Serbiak will sit down, so it's Williams, West, and Gibson in a three-guard alignment with Ilgauskas and Varejao. Anthony Johnson now playing the point. He came on for Rafer Alston. Here's Lewis on a spin, went to the left hand. A beautiful move by Rashard Lewis. We are early second quarter. The Magic up by 6. Williams off the fake. Rebounded by Gortat. Archie Gortat has done an outstanding job all series long coming on for Dwight Howard. And as Johnson is set up for the three, an offensive foul is called on Turkoglu. So for Hedo, that's his second.
Well, Hedo Turkoglu just got down a little bit late when he was driving down the middle right there, and Daniel Gibson doing a good job of taking the charge in the chest.
Williams played by Johnson. Varejao. And Gortat able to haul it down. Johnson with a backdoor attack for Petrus. And a foul is called a blocking foul, says Bennett Salvatore. It's on Gibson, his second.
Well, how about Stan Van Gundy and Mike Brown trying to steal time for their superstars on the bench resting. Dwight Howard, after picking up that quick foul in the first quarter, did a pretty good job of not picking up that second.
Able to hang in despite the attempts of LeBron James trying to put a second foul on Howard. Shot clock to 5. Lewis throws it. Rashard Lewis with 9 points.
We've seen 3 difficult shots by Rashard Lewis. The long-range 3, the nice left-handed bank shot drive, and then right there, just jab stepping and then raising up over Anderson Varejao. Very versatile at 6'10".
Ilgauskas, yes. Zydrunas Ilgauskas, who bounced back and shot the ball well in game 5. Able to knock down that side jump. Here's Lewis, this time off the mark on a three-point attempt. And the ball back to Cleveland. 3 minutes gone by in the second, and the Magic with a 37-31 lead on the Cavaliers here in Orlando.
Welcome back to Amway Arena with the Magic up 6, and you heard Charles Barkley taking Dwight Howard early in the first quarter. Well, it was Kenny Smith who said Rashard Lewis offensively had to be consistent all game, and at 6'10", look at the versatility, being able to stretch the floor, and look at this tough drive using the left hand over Big Z. And what I like is, you know, I have a nice little mid-range game as well. You do the little jab step, Varejao drops his hands, and you just shoot over him. He hasn't had great first quarters in this series, but the second and fourth quarters have been fantastic throughout this series. As tonight, he's 3 of 5 from the field, 9 points. Look at from quarter to quarter by series. This is a guy who gets off the slow starts, but knows how to finish, especially in the second and fourth quarters.
And Reggie, guys hit some big shots. Game 4 here in Orlando, that three-pointer with 4 seconds left in regulation. He came on after a slow start, had a sparkling game 1 in Cleveland. As you see, LeBron James has checked back in. Dwight Howard continues to sit. Shot clock to 7. Ilgauskas being played here by Gortat. Rebounded by Lewis, and Ilgauskas played well by Gortat, who forced him off his spot. Good ball movement. Turkoglu for 3. Back tap by Gortat. And kept alive by Anthony Johnson.
Well, that's one of those 50-50 balls Mike Brown was saying that his Cavs were not coming up with. The Magic very active.
Petrus for 3. And you can see how the hustle of that particular 50-50 ball paid off as Petrus was able to take advantage. 9-point Magic lead. They've led by as many as 10. They've led from the start. And the whistle away from the ball. Foul is called on the Cavaliers. It's on Serbia. And now Verjao checks back in, comes on for Ilgauskas.
Well, as we see LeBron James back on the floor, almost a little over 3 minutes that he got rest clock time, almost 11 minutes in real time. That's something that Mike Brown is going to have to monitor. Heavy minutes the last 2 games, 49 in game 4, 46 in game 5.
Lewis to the rim, once again, went to the left hand. And Stan Van Gundy is able to keep Dwight Howard on the bench. He wants it available in the second half, does not want to see him in foul trouble once again. He's fouled out of 3 of the 5 games. Shot clock to 5. And that's waved off. A defensive 3-second violation is called on the Magic.
2 beautiful moves here by Rashard Lewis. And you talking about taking it to the body of someone, taking it to the body of Anderson Varejao. Uses that offhand. Just gets it up on the glass right there and lets the English do the rest.
But Williams hits the technical foul. Here's Dwight Howard back for Marcin Gortat. Well, Williams in a discussion with the lead official, Steve Javie. Here's Gibson for 3. Varejao with the rebound.
Varejao might have got away with a push on into the back of Dwight Howard. That would have been his 3rd foul.
Gibson being played by Lewis. Finds Varejao. And another possession for the Cavaliers. Now Turkoglu defending on James. LeBron goes right at him. And Howard came over to change that shot. Foul is called. Mo Williams being held back by Varejao as Mo picks up his 3rd.
You see this last drive by LeBron James. And look, he's going straight to the body of Dwight Howard. Didn't pick up the foul, but 3 fouls in this first half by Mo Williams. Struggling from the field, 1 of 5.
Here's Howard getting inside, set up beautifully by Johnson. On a number of occasions in this series, Anthony Johnson has come off the bench and has turned things around for short periods of time. Been able to set the tone. Varejao. Nice reverse on the assist by Williams.
And what does Stan say about Varejao? He's probably their best slip player.
Long pass deflected out of bounds. Last touch by the Cavaliers. And a timeout is called.
Well, it's been Dwight Howard's show here in this first half. Nice move in the middle. Baby jump hook. 15 points on.
Welcome back to Orlando. The Magic lead by 10. Jameer Nelson of the Orlando Magic and Delonte West of the Cleveland Cavaliers played 3 seasons together at St. Joseph's University in Philadelphia. The duo led the Hawks to a 30-2 record in 2004. Jameer was named the Naismith Award winner as the best player in college basketball, averaging 17 points and 6 assists per game. Meanwhile, his teammate Delonte West averaged 14. Teammates at 1 point. Unfortunately, your all-star season this year cut short by shoulder surgery. How proud are you of your teammates? They've been able to get this far, 1 game away from the finals without you.
Well, one thing is we've been handling adversity well since I've been here in Orlando, and I know it's going to continue. I know Otis has done a great job of bringing Rafer in and everybody else to put together this team, and, you know, we do what we can.
They brought in Rafer. Obviously, you also had Anthony Johnson as a backup. What's been the key for their success of leading this team?
Well, one thing is Dwight Howard, he's drawing so much attention, and like I said, Otis put the team together for a reason, and we have a lot of shooters around Dwight, and the point guard's done a great job running the team, and coaches put him in successful positions.
Have you and Delonte been talking these past 2 weeks?
A little bit, but not really. You know, he ran down a loose ball, and I called him, you know, held him up a little bit. If it was anybody else on that team, I would have held him up.
When do you hope to be back on the court?
I'm just hoping to get better every day. I think one thing is just I'm shooting for preseason. It's a long shot. I know everybody's talking about me playing. It's a long shot of me playing. I just want to continue to rehab and get ready for preseason.
Thanks a lot. We miss you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Bob.
All right, thank you, Craig. Jameer was averaging just under 17 points and 5 assists when he went down with that shoulder injury. Crowd did not like that call. They wanted a charge on James instead of the foul on Beatrice. So LeBron out 2 of 3 at the line. Misses on both.
How about the Cavaliers 3 of 9 so far in this first half from the free throw line.
The other way around in game 5 with the Magic struggling at the line, and now the foul the other way. Offensive foul. It is on Lewis.
Screens are going to have to be set right here. You see the moving screen as Daniel Gibson tried to go underneath. You've got to be set.
Consecutive turnovers committed by the Magic. They're up by 10. They've led by as many as 12. Here's Serbiak for 3. And it went over the backboard and out of bounds, and the ball back to the Magic. Marv Albert with Reggie Miller once again coming out of the pen for Doug Collins, who is back home in Phoenix with his wife Kathy, who is back home after spending a day in the hospital due to that rapid heartbeat. But Doug telling us Kathy, following a series of tests, is okay, happy to be home, and is the beneficiary, I'm sure, of excellent color commentary from Doug in front of that giant HD TV. I can see Doug with all his notes spewing out all kinds of information.
Well, no one knows the game like Coach Collins.
And here's Lewis from straight away for 3. Rashard Lewis with a terrific first half, 5 of 7 shooting, 14 points in all. It is a 47-34 lead for the Magic.
Magic 6 of 10 as a team from beyond the arc.
Gibson off balance, swept by Lee. Orlando trying to wrap this series up in game 6. Howard off the lead pass from Johnson, and the Cavaliers have to talk it over.
Transition baskets. Anthony Johnson looking up ahead, finding Dwight Howard for the easy finish. And we talked about Rashard Lewis stretching the floor. The Magic 6 of 10 from long distance. The Magic up big.
Well, the Superman cape draping the side of Amway Arena, and Dwight Howard is off to a superb start. 7 of 11, 17 points, 14 of the 17 in the paint, and you can see in the 3 Orlando wins how Howard has excelled. The 2 losses, a different story.
Well, he's the #1 player during these playoffs with points in the paint as well as dunks. And tonight the Cavs are not doing anything to wrap him up. They're just letting him finish.
16-5 run for Orlando. Magic with their biggest lead of the series, up by 15. There's Varejao. The tip missed by Ilgauskas, rebounded by Howard.
Dwight Howard doing everything.
There's Lee for 3. Lewis controls. Beatrice wide open for 3. Ilgauskas got a hand on it, then Beatrice in a collision with Gibson is called for the foul.
Well, the Magic are trying to give the Cavaliers that overhand right. 2 wide open threes, one by Courtney Lee and the other by Michael Petrus. And here you see that Petrus picking up the foul in the collision, going for the loose ball. It's early, but the Magic sense blood in the water.
Trying to close out the series and open up in LA against the Lakers. Game 1 of the NBA Finals on Wednesday night. Cleveland trying to stay alive and bring it back home for a game 7, and Delonte West with the drive. 49-36. Orlando coming up on 3 minutes to go in this first half.
Well, throughout this series, we've seen the Magic come back from deficits. Let's see if the Cavaliers
can do the same thing.
Came back from 16, came back from 22. Oh, what a move by Dwight Howard, a running hook. 19 points, 6 rebounds for Howard, who has been unstoppable. Varejao sets the screen. Nice move by West. Oh, beautifully done as Delonte West goes to the reverse.
Oh, nice weave right there by Delonte West, putting the pressure on Dwight Howard.
Here's Johnson. Once again, the loose ball is handled by Orlando. Ilgauskas slaps it away. But the Magic have 20 on the shot clock. Orlando just one win away from representing the East in the NBA Finals. And it's all on the line here for the Cavaliers, a team that finished with the best record in the NBA during the regular season, 66-16, and then just swept through the opening 2 rounds against Detroit and Atlanta. Johnson is called for the push-off. So the Cavaliers will put it in play. Correction, the NBA Finals begin next Thursday, not Wednesday night. So, Reggie, I don't want you to show up at Staples on Wednesday.
I was on my way.
All right, here's West. Varejao cannot get to it. And back comes Lee. Lewis putting moves on Ilgauskas. Rebounded by Zadrunas. LeBron James very quiet in the second quarter. Lost the dribble, and it's deflected out. Last touch by the Cavaliers.
And finally, the defense for the Magic starting to step up. Michael Peters doing a good job getting the hand on the ball right there as Rashard Lewis looked like he might have tapped it out, but the official saw otherwise. Magic ball.
Rafer Alston has returned, coming on for Anthony Johnson. There's Varejao over to help. They actually triple teamed Howard, leading to this. An open shot for Rafer Alston from downtown.
7 of 13 for long distance for the Magic, and that's one of those, as they call it, hockey assists. They're doubling down on Dwight Howard early. He gives the ball up, and you just swing it around the perimeter. Rafer also knocking down the wide open 3.
That pass from West behind Ilgauskas. Alston was looking for another 3. Instead, the running hook is off. Here comes James. Orlando gets back. Pass for Varejao, getting inside for the reverse.
A nice find there by LeBron James, picking up his third assist.
Orlando by 14. Howard by himself and shoved. Dwight Howard was surprised that there was no one around him, and then at the last moment, he was pushed by James.
And he took too long to gather himself. He should have went up right there. That gave LeBron James a chance to rotate over and send him to the free throw line.
Well, coming up, the T-Mobile halftime report. Ernie, Charles, and Kenny will have analysis of the first half. You can see Ernie is very close with the rest of the staff.
Are you kidding me? Come on, EJ.
Are you saying that that was fake?
That's fake cheer right there.
Staged?
Yes, that's staged cheer right there.
I even saw the stage manager cue it. Dwight Howard, 4 of 6 at the line. What a stat line. 8 of 12 from the field. 20 points, 6 rebounds.
And more importantly, only 1 foul. Picked it up early on a silly foul, fouling Ben Wallace. But for the most part, when LeBron James or Anderson Varejao or whomever has been driving at him, hands up, going straight up, taking the contact, but not committing the foul.
Final minute, first half. James for 3. He has been scoreless in the second quarter after the quick start. Standing ovation here in Orlando for the Magic. They're up by 16. Courtney Lee, and he has played well. He's hit 3 of 5 from the field. He has 6 points. Final seconds of the half. James to the rim. He was trying to draw the foul. There was no call as time has run out. Orlando by 18 points. They outscored Cleveland 28-15 in the second quarter. Looking to conclude matters here tonight at home. And the Cavaliers with a long way to go to bring it to a Game 7 in Cleveland. Let's go to Craig with Dwight Howard.
Well, Dwight, 21 points, 6 rebounds in a half. You dominated from the start. You've been tentative because of foul trouble. Why the energy and the effort like this tonight?
I want it. I want it so bad. I'm just trying to come out here and give everything I got so we can get a win.
On the defensive end, you're the defensive player of the year, but your entire team held LeBron James in check the second quarter. How'd you do it?
Well, we talked. We kept moving our feet, and we didn't try to send them to the free throw line. But we got 2 more quarters to go, and we got to give it better effort.
Well, thank you very much. Right now, it's an 18-point lead, but Mike Brown called for a technical at the end of that half. That free throw will be shot at the start of the third quarter. We'll be back with the T-Mobile halftime report. EJ, Kenny, and Charles from Orlando.
Back in Orlando, the Magic looking to make it back to the NBA Finals for the first time since 1995. The Cavaliers now in a situation where they have to come from 18 down to get it to a Game 7 back in Cleveland. Marv Albert with Reggie Miller and Craig Sager, and it was a sensational all-around first half for Dwight Howard, and of most significance has only that 1 personal foul.
Well, you heard Kenny and Charles talking about the brilliance of Dwight Howard down low, and what I liked about it, he got it catching the ball, deep paint catches, and left-hand hooks, right-hand hooks, and he put the pressure on Zydrunas Ilgauskas at going at the body. But we talked about Stan Van Gundy as well as Brendan Malone, the coaches of the Magic reading the Jordan rules. Well, it must have been the Cliff Notes edition, because they really have guarded LeBron James fantastic, and his teammates are going to have to do a better job of stepping up and actually doing something. Right here in the pick and roll, Varejao can't finish, and you see this is the last play right before half when Mike Brown got the technical foul. He thought there was contact as LeBron went into the body of Dwight Howard. A no call.
LeBron 0 for 3 from the field in 9 minutes of the second quarter. As we check out the Secchi's game summary, Cavaliers only 43% shooting, 17 of 40. Orlando 22 of 41 for 54%. They've hit 7 from downtown, 7 of 13 with a 3-point shot. Now, just before the end of the half, actually right at the buzzer, Mike Brown was hit with a technical, as Craig Sager reported, and Rashard Lewis able to knock it down, which means a 19-point lead. Here's a look at Mike Brown complaining he felt that LeBron James on that drive at the end of the quarter was fouled. Steve Javie teed him up. Very calm demeanor from Steve Javie as he indicated the technical. Here's Mo Williams open for 3. 59-43 Orlando.
Yeah, that's a nice way to start this third quarter for Mo Williams, who struggled in the first half with only 1 of 5 from the field.
And Mo is playing with 3 fouls. Alston for 3. The rebound handled by Williams. Here's West. Nice move. Delonte West. So the Cavaliers now trail 59-45. Crowd a little concerned trying to get the Magic going, and Turkoglu rims out. Rebound Williams.
And that's 2 bad possessions, 2 quick threes by the Magic.
Here's James from downtown. timeout called by Orlando. The lead is down to 11.
And the Magic on an 8-0, or excuse me, the Cavs on an 8-0 run. And they're getting it done from long distance in transition. LeBron James just pulling up from beyond the arc for the three-pointer. It's down to 11.
And if our energy doesn't go up right now, we're going to be in trouble. Now let's go.
Stan Van Gundy seeing a 19-point lead go down to 11, an 8-0 run by Cleveland in less than a minute. I asked Mike Brown how he's going to get back in this game. He says we have to fight on every possession, fight for every loose ball. We have the ability to come from behind, and we know Orlando has also blown big leads throughout the year, also in that series against Boston. As for that technical, he said, listen, I'm not begging for calls, but LeBron James is getting hit every time, and they're not calling it.
All right, Craig, 8-0 run in 41 seconds. Here's Lee off the nice pass from Howard. So a 19-point lead at the start of the third quarter, leading to the 8 consecutive points by the Cavaliers. It's 61-48 Orlando, and a foul is called on Turkoglu. But you look at the Orlando Magic, particularly during the playoffs, and because of the three-point shot, they are able to get themselves in and out of games. You see their up and down play against the Sixers. Celtics led by 28, win by 5. Cavaliers down by 16, then they win by 1. That was game 1 in Cleveland, and game 2 they were trailing by 23 points, and that one ended on that epic shot by LeBron James from the top of the circle. Here is James. And the rebound is handled by Alston. And Howard and Ilgauskas come together as a blocking foul on Ilgauskas right at the top of the circle. That's the second on Zydrunas Ilgauskas. Michael Petrus has checked in. So Alston and Petrus at the guards. Turkoglu, Lewis, and Howard on the front line. A minute and a half gone by in this third quarter. There's Howard backing his way, and he's fouled by Ilgauskas.
That's just a big boy making a big boy move right there, and Dwight Howard. And I like that, going right at the body, not going around. Try to go at the body and get the contact.
That's 3 on Ilgauskas. A reminder, national coverage of the NBA playoffs continues. Now, if the Cavaliers can come from behind and win here tonight, there would be a Game 7 Monday night in Cleveland. We'll have it for you on TNT. Coverage starting 8 o'clock Eastern time. And then Thursday on ABC, it's the NBA Finals coverage starting at 8 o'clock Eastern time. Now, Howard is 5 of 8 at the line.
And Mike Brown politicking for fouls for his superstar LeBron James. He's only been to the line 4 times. This is a guy that's been living at the line throughout this series.
There's West from James, swatted aside by Howard. Alston to the pull-up. 10 points for Rafer Alston, coming back from the 1 for 10 in Cleveland in Game 5. You see Alston looking to cheat over to help out. Shot clock down to 5. Ilgauskas is open.
That's great defense by the Magic, because you can live with that. Shot clock running down, everyone has hands on players, and then a long shot by your center.
Nice ball movement. Petrus for 3. A 16-point lead for Orlando. West been so successful with that step-back move. Three minutes gone by in the third. Howard sets the screen. Shot clock at 5. Lewis Turkoglu with one on the 24. Ito just 1 of 5 from the field. West of the crossover. Good job again defensively by the Magic. Williams on a spin. Yes, and the foul. What a move by Mo Williams with the shot clock down to 4. And he was hit by Rafer Alston.
Well, Mo Williams has come out of halftime on fire here. Hits his first shot, which is a three-pointer. And you look at the nice spin move on Rafer Alston and gets the shot right up over Dwight Howard. The little push in the back.
The other night in game 5, 7 of 14 from the field. He hit 6 threes, 23 points. Easily his best game of the series. And showing some signs here in the third, although Mo is playing with 3 personal fouls. The lead is down to 11. Petrus had it knocked aside and fouled.
Mo Williams is lobbying for an offensive foul on Dwight Howard. He felt that he was, especially when Dwight Howard made the move to get into the paint.
Foul is called on LeBron James. That's his second.
Look at the quick move here by Dwight Howard, and it's close to being an offensive foul, getting the benefit of the doubt calls tonight.
Alston now played on a switch by Varejao and shoots over him. Whoa, did not get the roll. Here comes James. Varejao. Once again, they swing it effectively, but Lewis's pass picked off. Magic get back as James sets it up. Here's LeBron for 3. Alston probing, finds Lewis from downtown. Rebound Howard to the rim. 24 points, 8 rebounds for Dwight Howard. And he's managed to stay on the floor with only 1 personal foul. Williams for 3.
That's 2 threes in this third quarter alone for Mo Williams, trying to keep the Cavs in this.
All right, here's Howard. Will he get the call? Yes, he does. On the continuation, the basket counts. And the foul.
Well, how are you going to play him? Because he's gone left and he's gone right. If you're Zydrunas Ilgauskas, you're going to have to wrap him up. And look at the previous play before. Offensive rebound again, using the left hand on the glass. Mike Brown is going to have to think about and reevaluate when he's going to come double down on Dwight Howard. But if you do that, you're going to unleash this lethal three-point shooting of the Magic.
As you saw, number 4 on Ilgauskas. He's replaced by Ben Wallace. Cleveland's 4th team foul. 3-point play for Howard. 69-56 Orlando. Here's Williams. He got the step and threw it away. Picked off by Alston. Alston all the way. Rejected from behind by James. James met by Petrus, goes right at him, and a foul is called. And LeBron is headed to the line. Foul on Petrus, his 3rd.
LeBron James just being a one-man show right here on this fast break by the Magic. He just waits for Rafer to commit himself and then goes up for the block and the pin and then starts to break himself and gets fouled at the other end.
He had missed his previous 2 free throws. Most points in a 6-game playoff series. That list headed by Jerry West. And followed by Michael Jordan, Rick Barry, and LeBron with 223, including his output tonight. So coming into tonight's game, LeBron needed only 73 points here to surpass Jerry West.
Way to put the pressure on Marv.
I think Jerry's record might be safe, although you never know. Shot clock to 5. Turkoglu for 3. Hedo Turkoglu, who has not been hitting his shot, connects on a 3-pointer. 14-point lead for the Magic. West for 3. So Delonte West with the answer. He continues to hit that shot. He's 6 of 10. He has 13 points. And the lead is 11. Beatrice off the fake on Williams.
Are we playing a video game here?
It is a 3-point festival. 9 threes for the Magic, 7 for the Cavaliers. West got the hop.
Delonte West offensively is keeping the Cavs in this game. But they're going to have to come up with some stops at the defensive end.
The Magic up by 12, just under 5 to go in the third quarter. Turkoglu with the step, and he is fouled. It is a reach-in. It's on James. So LeBron with his third.
Hedo Turkoglu, last 4 home games dating back to that Boston series, is 13 of 51, but showing some signs of life in this game right here with the assist to Michael Petrus as the Magic knocked down their 9th 3-pointer for tonight.
And we've talked about this before. This is a team that averaged 10 3-pointers per game, and in the regular season when they'd hit 9 or more, you can see the success that they have had. A team that is built around 3-point shooting.
Yeah, it's one of those rare teams that plays from the outside in, and they've got a dominant big man in Dwight Howard, and you would think it would be the opposite way around, but you surround him with this great 3-point shooting. It's a fantastic weapon for Stan Van Gundy.
But that's also why you see they have blown leads after taking big leads, or they've been able to come back after falling behind. They live and die at that 3-point line. But they did win 59 games during the regular season. Here's Howard with the jump hook. Swept by Varejao. Lewis defending on James. Petrus coming over, trying to slap it away. 5 on the 24. Here comes LeBron. Yes, and the foul went to the left hand, and he drew the foul. This reminiscent of what we saw in the fourth quarter in Game 5, and finally the Magic able to pick up a second foul on Howard.
Well, Dwight Howard got caught on the switch in the pick and roll on LeBron James, and watch how LeBron just leans into the body and uses that offhand shoulder to get it up on the glass with the foul as he goes to the free throw line. His 20th point on 7 of 14 from the field, but only 6 free throws today.
But still much time to play with just under 4 remaining in this third quarter. LeBron with 8 of his 21 points here in the third. Orlando is led by as many as 19. They're up here by 11. Marv Albert, Reggie Miller, sitting in for Doug Collins tonight. Craig Sager working the sideline. Here's Howard with the jump hook. He has been so efficient tonight.
Well, Mike Brown, I think, has made the decision of not doubling Dwight Howard. He's going to let him go one-on-one to stay with those shooters.
29 points for Howard. 8 have come here in the third. Varejao got it over Lewis and Howard.
How about Varejao? 10 points on the afternoon, 4 fouls though, but 5 of 9 from the field, and some pretty nifty plays around the basket.
Howard getting in deep. Lewis for three. There's West, cut off by Lee, and lost it. Carried out of bounds. Good job by Courtney Lee. Just under 3 left in the third. The Magic with a 79-68 lead on the Cavaliers. We'll be back to Orlando in a moment.
And we talked about the Magic playing from the outside in. You know, when you have a great player like Dwight Howard and you surround him with players that can knock down the long ball. Right here, Rafer Alston in the first half. Rashard Lewis at 6'10", being able to stretch the floor. Vito Turkoglu also at 6'10", and the driving kick. Michael Beekers off the bench. Again, it's just not 1 or 2 players. That is one of the prerequisites to be on this team, is being able to stretch the floor.
Cavaliers, though, came out hitting their shots, an 8-0 run. They're 10 of 16 overall from the field here in the third quarter. They've hit 4 of 6 from the three-point line. Vito Turkoglu going to the bench. 8 points for Turkoglu. LeBron has come on here in the third following the scoreless second quarter. Orlando opened up the second half up by 19. Cavaliers have it down to 11. Magic trying to wrap up the series here tonight. Cavaliers looking to take it back to Cleveland for Game 7 Monday night. Here's another three-point shot by Rafer Alston.
Well, it's pick your poison. Either you're going to let Dwight Howard go one-on-one down low against a smaller Ben Wallace. They tried to send bigger help in Anderson Varejao, but again, you're unleashing the shooting fury of the Magic.
That's the third three for Alston. James with a hard driving move, rebounded by Wallace and knocked out of his hands. Howard with a quick move around Wallace. What a foul.
And he hooked him as he went baseline, and he had him beat already. He didn't need to extend the arm because Ben Wallace was already beat.
That's number 3 on Howard. Wally Serbiak checking back in for the Cavaliers, coming out for Anderson Varejao. The leads with 10 points, 8 rebounds. And now Vito Turkoglu over at the scorer's table. He'll come on for Rashard Lewis. Lewis leads with 15. Howard, the high man, with 29, along with 9 rebounds. LeBron James with 21, got off to the fast start. Quiet second quarter, but has picked it up here in the third. West on the drive. He went right at Howard, and it's deflected out. Last touch by Lee of the Magic.
Yeah, I got to be careful not to pick up that forced foul. 1:26 left in this third quarter. His team up 14.
Cavaliers have a new clock. He just picked off Turkoglu on James. Here's LeBron on the spin, finding West for 3. Rebounded by Howard. Once again, you can see LeBron James trying to make the contact with Dwight Howard. Final minute, third quarter.
I wonder if Mike Brown's going to go to that 1-4 offense he did in Game 5. Put LeBron James, as he calls it, on the nail.
He's head of the circle. Turkoglu not able to hit. Howard goes. Howard on the follow. 31 points for Howard. The Magic by 16.
And that's his 6th offensive rebound.
There's Wallace getting inside off the nice pass from James. Down to a half minute to go in the third. James roaming, looking to help out on Howard. Petrus wide open. They lost him.
And LeBron James is guarding Michael Petrus, and when he went down the double, he just cut off his back, and it kind of confused the Cavs because they haven't seen that before.
Standing ovation for the Magic as this third quarter comes to a close. Down to 2, down to 1. James. The Orlando Magic may be 1 quarter away from the NBA Finals. Up by 16 as we head to the fourth. When we come back, Craig will talk with Magic head coach Stan Van Gundy. Craig Sager talks with Magic head coach Stan Van Gundy.
Well, Stan, Dwight Howard picked up his third foul there in the third quarter, but you left him in there. How much trust do you have in him staying out of foul trouble?
Well, I mean, 3 in the third is not when you take a guy out. He's playing very well. We're able to play through him in the post. He's doing a good job right now. We'll have to see how it goes.
Well, the lead is 16, 12 minutes left. How do you defend LeBron James in the fourth quarter?
I'm going to let you watch and find out, Craig.
All right, thank you very much. Back to you, Mark.
Stan not giving it up.
Well, I'm just wondering if Mike Brown is going to go to the 1-4 ISO, and you put the 2 shooters in the corners, and you have your big men down low as cutters.
Rafer Alston trying to beat the Cavaliers up the court. Felt they were not ready, but they got back in position as this fourth quarter gets underway. Here's Courtney Lee. LeBron James with the rebound. An 86-70 lead for the Magic. They've led by as many as 19. The Cavs able to get it down to 11 6 times. LeBron turns it over. They got it down to 10. Could get no closer. And Orlando has led right from the start.
LeBron James' third turnover.
Nice move by Turkoglu. Could not finish, but gets to the rebound. That wanted a foul on Varejao, and now there's the call. Let's go back to Craig Sager. Craig.
Omar, Daniel Gibson is on the floor right now to start the fourth quarter. We did not see him in the third quarter. He was back in the locker room being treated for back spasms. Mike Brown said, hey, go get him if he's ready. If he can play, we need him. Bring him out here. He's out here to start the fourth.
All right, so Daniel Gibson, who hit the 3 threes in Game 5 and was a major factor off the bench tonight, did knock down one from beyond that three-point line.
15 to shoot.
Let's see if Mo Williams, who had that pretty good third quarter, knocking down 2 threes in the three-point play, see if he can help LeBron at the offensive end as well.
Down to 5 on the 24. Alston has to fire from deep. Good box out by Varejao. They double up on Williams. Varejao with the spin and the fade. Rebounded by Turkoglu.
They've had 2 stops at the start of this fourth quarter, but the Cavs haven't been able to get anything at the offensive end.
Cavaliers expending lots of energy in that third quarter. The end result still trailing by the big number, and Petrus adds to it from downtown. Michael Petrus with 14 points. That's his 4th three. Here's West off the fake. Varejao slaps it away, but it's recovered by Howard. Howard puts the move on Varejao, banks it home. The Cavaliers call for time. A 21-point lead by the Magic. They open up the fourth with a 9-0 run.
And Michael Petrus again outscoring the Cavs bench all by himself. 14 to 10 alone in bench points for the Magic. And it's been that man, Superman himself, getting it done for the Magic. Back to Amway Arena with the Magic up big by 21 points. And Dwight Howard, we were wondering what adjustments Mike Brown was going to make at halftime with 21. And it seems right here he's getting a lot of his bread and butter just going and doing the small effort things. There's the offensive rebound right here, taking it to the body, and the and one to Zydrunas Ilgauskas, backing down Ben Wallace with a nice little jump hook. And what I like right here, there's a loose shot, go to the rebound and put it back, and then when they double team you, find your teammates for easy assists. Right now, 33 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists for Dwight Howard.
Just a monster all-around performance by Howard. 9.5 remaining in the fourth quarter. Now Howard sits down. Marcin Gortat back on the floor. And a foul on Petrus called for Neen James.
And that's the luxury Stan Van Gundy has. You see that he gets a chance to rest his superstar in Dwight Howard and LeBron James. I don't think Mike Brown is going to be able to go to the bullpen and get him a rest.
They double up on James, so they get the ball out of his hands. Williams shoots for 3, a long 3 by Mo Williams, who has 12 points. Now Alston able to reset, finds the room. And the ball back to the Cavaliers. Mike Brown looking for some offense. Wally Szczerbiak back in. Daniel Gibson will sit down. Mo Williams has had the hot hand in the second half. He's hit 4 for 4. He has 12 points.
Well, Marvin, is it a little too late? He needed that start at the start of the game.
Here's Williams with the step. Beautifully done. 16-point lead for the Magic. Try to conclude this series tonight in Game 6 and move on to the NBA Finals against the Lakers, who wrapped it up last night. Lakers headed to their 30th NBA Finals. That's the most in NBA history. Here's James, gives it up, Szczerbiak. And obviously LeBron not getting the kind of support that he received in Game 5 in Cleveland. Shot clock to 7. Turkoglu. Faced down by West, Gortat and Szczerbiak in a collision as they were after that loose ball, and the foul is on Gortat.
One of the rare 50-50 balls that the Cavs actually had a chance to come up with. You see the balls on the floor. Gortat just running into the back of Wally Szczerbiak. Picks up the foul as Dwight Howard checks back in for Gortat.
Short rest for Howard is playing with 3 fouls. Williams with the off-balance shot came up short. Battle between Bergeron and Howard. Howard getting it out deep, pops it back outside. Here's Turkoglu. Lewis wide open for 3. 12 3-pointers for the Magic. They've hit 12 of 26 from downtown. James with a nice pass. Bergeron with the bucket. It counts, and that's number 4 on Howard.
Bergeron doing a good job of staying active at the offensive end, and there's LeBron James finding him wide underneath for the bucket and driving kick. You know, Turkoglu goes baseline and you drift to that corner if you're Rashard Lewis.
Bergeron not able to complete the 3-point play. Now the Cavaliers just 7 of 14 at the line. Here's the double on Howard. The ball knocked out of his hands, but he was fouled. Cavaliers with their second team foul.
Foul number 17, Anderson Varejao.
It is on Varejao. That's number 4.
Second team foul.
Non-shooting affair, and Turkoglu will put it in play.
I'm not quite sure. Are they going down early on Dwight Howard or late? It's kind of confusing.
And here's West, able to beat Lee off the dribble, drew the foul. Quick move by Delonte West. And he will go to the line. The foul on Lewis, his second. A programming reminder, TNT this June, Jada Pinkett Smith as Chief Nurse Christina Hawthorne. Don't miss the new series premiere of Hawthorne, June 16th, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, only on TNT. West at the line for the first time. And the missed free throws are killing the Cavaliers. 7 of 15 at the line. West an 83% free throw shooter during the regular season. 94-78. Orlando trying to hold on to make it to the NBA Finals for the first time since back in 1995. The magic of Shaq and Penny Hardaway went to the Finals and were swept by the Houston Rockets. The Rockets of Akeem Olajuwon and Kenny Smith, Clyde Drexler.
Well, I think you should start with Akeem Olajuwon and Clyde Drexler, and Clyde Drexler then go to Sam Cassell, Robert Horry, and then maybe
taking
Kenny.
an early shot at Kenny. I'm trying to be nice.
I'm only playing. Kenny had a huge game here.
He had key buckets in that series. Just under 6 remaining in the fourth. Shot clock at 5. Here is Lewis. Varejao able to get to it. The time running down here on the Cavaliers. Serbiak coming up short once again, and it carried out of bounds. A timeout with 5:24 to go in this fourth quarter. A 16-point lead for the Magic.
Welcome back to Orlando, 94-78 our score. This season, the NBA and its teams partnered with Milk to launch Get Fit by Finals, a national campaign that encourages students to make smart fitness and food choices. As part of the initiative, current and former NBA and WNBA players are visiting schools across the country to encourage students to get fit by finals and to present participating schools with grants to support their education and fitness programs. The NBA, where caring happens. And in the house tonight, the #1 fan of the Orlando Magic, Tiger Woods, been a season ticket holder ever since he moved here in 1995. The obviously big Orlando fan, but he said to make sure that I mentioned that he also is good friends with LeBron James from Nike and Wally Zerbiak, who won the tournament at Tahoe last summer and the best score of all current and former NBA players. Charles Barkley was last, but that was before he took lessons from Hank Haney, Tiger's coach. Mark?
I know it was a lead up to something. Tiger makes his home just outside of Orlando. There's Turkoglu with the shot clock running down. And the Magic with a 96-78 lead. There's still time remaining, but to this point, it has been the most ineffective game of the series for LeBron James. On the drive that time, he's turned back. Is it the Magic defensive effort, or is it fatigue finally setting in for LeBron, who's played in just an incredible number of minutes, averaging about 44 a game?
Well, I think it's a combination of both, but you got to give a lot of credit to Stan Van Gundy and switching up his defensive philosophy and looks at at LeBron James, but also 44 minutes a game in the Eastern Conference Finals. It's a lot, and it's taxing, and you got to understand, not only is he scoring, but he's getting everyone else involved, and this is what he's been looking at in Game 6 tonight. Screen and roll, but who is he going into? Now, these were fouls in some of the other games, but tonight, Dwight is doing a good job of keeping his hands up, and when he does to go up to contest, he's going straight up, and the officials are rewarding as he just picked up his 5th foul, going over the top.
It also put the Magic over the limit, and LeBron is only 5 of 8 at the line. The Cavs 8 for 17. National coverage of the NBA playoffs continues. Thursday on ABC, it'll be the NBA Finals starting at 8:30 p.m. if there's a Game 7. It'll be on TNT on Monday night.
And this is a chance for the Cavaliers to score with no time coming off the clock. Get your defense set. Try to get some quick stops.
Shot clock at 5. And as they double up on Howard, a foul is called. It is on Varejao, number 5. Sasha Pavlovich is on the floor for the first time. That was a non-shooting foul. Take another look.
Dwight Howard into the body of Varejao.
Here's Howard backing his way, and he draws the foul. It's on Pavlovich. Dwight Howard has been unstoppable here tonight. 33 points in all, 13 of 18 from the field.
And what I like about it is even if the double team is coming down, he's still accepting it and finding his teammates. And if it doesn't come, he's going straight at the body of Anderson Varejao or Zydrunas Ilgauskas, and you can even throw Ben Wallace in there.
Howard now 8 of 11 at the line. Dwight Howard doing it all. 9 of 12 at the line, 35 points in all. James, Lewis with the rebound. And time is running out on the Cavaliers. Howard, beautiful move, but could not finish. Hustled down by a Pietrus. And they get the new clock.
And some time off. Time is on your side right now. No need to rush your shots. You have the lead.
And off that entry pass, they try to wrap up Howard. And the foul on Mo Williams, so Dwight Howard back to the line. You know, prior to the start of this series, the Cavaliers, by most people around the country, were felt to be the overwhelming favorite, primarily because of LeBron James, and many people have not been able to see the Orlando Magic. Well, this is a team that won 59 games, 59-23 in the regular season, and as we saw during the playoffs, a very resilient club. Opening round beat the 76ers in 6 after trailing in that series 2-1. Eastern Conference semis, they beat the Celtics, a Celtic team that was shorthanded without Kevin Garnett and Leon Powe, a valuable guy off the bench, but they did it by winning a Game 7 in Boston. Their play is no accident, particularly when you look back at the regular season and the number of wins they've had against quality teams as Delonte West able to knock it down. It's now a 99-82 lead, just under 3 to go in this fourth quarter. And they're on their way to defeating a Cavalier team that had the best record during the regular season at 66-16. Varejao with the rebound. A team that has the most valuable player in LeBron James, the coach of the year in Mike Brown. Here's Varejao to the rim. So the lead is 15. The Magic have led by as many as 21, and they have led all the way.
And, you know, everyone was thinking because Cleveland steamrolled to the conference finals, sweeping Detroit, sweeping Atlanta, but they just ran in with Dwight Howard with the spin move. Oh, my goodness. 38 points for Dwight Howard.
Delonte West right back. There's dunk number 6 for Howard, for those of you keeping score at home. And it's a playoff career high of 38 points. West on the steal, and he's fouled by Kurgulu. Cavaliers looking for a clear path foul as a timeout is called.
Well, there's no way you can guard this. You think he's going to the middle? Little fake middle, spin baseline right off your body for the finish.
Well, with 1:49 remaining in the Cleveland Cavaliers season, since the last time Cleveland celebrated a major pro sports championship was 45 years ago, well, the city has suffered through a number of sports moments they'd like to forget. The Brian Sipe interception in the divisional playoff, the drive orchestrated by John Elway, the fumble by Ernest Biner, the shot by Michael Jordan over Craig Elo, 95 World Series loss to Atlanta, the Jose Mesa blown save, Game 7 of the 97 World Series, Cavs getting swept by the Spurs in the 2007 NBA Finals, and in a moment you'll be able to add this year's Eastern Conference Finals to the Cleveland fans' heartbreak.
Well, what's tough is you had the best record in the league. Everyone had to come through you. You know, they got off to a great start. You swept Detroit. You swept Atlanta. And things just didn't go as planned. 39-2 at home. And really that last game they lost, they had 5 starters not in uniform, so they easily could have went 40-1. So a lot of things were stacked in their favor to get them to the finals, but they ran into a red-hot Magic team that was clicking on all cylinders.
And a Magic team that had come off a tough series against the Celtics. Delonte West looking for a foul, but it'll be a jump ball. While the Cavaliers were sitting home after the 2 sweeps by double digits every game, and they had a 9-day layoff. And I know there are people who feel that they can rationalize after the fact, but it really hurt Cleveland. Game 1 in Cleveland, won by the Magic. Could have been 2-0 for Orlando, but LeBron James hit that 3-point shot for the game winner in Game 2 to pull it out. And then Orlando wins twice here, jumping in front 3-1. Must-win situation. Cavaliers win at home in Game 5. And here we are, Game 6, and the Magic about to wrap it.
And we got to talk about LeBron James and how taxing this series was because of all the minutes he had to play and everything he had to do, just brilliantly scoring at will. But it just wasn't enough, and Mike Brown could not find rest for him.
And LeBron sitting it out. Tonight, 7 of 19, 22 points in all. Just 1 point in the 4th quarter. Let's check in with Craig Sager.
Well, it seems like an awfully long time ago, but it wasn't. It was as recently as Game 5 against Boston when Dwight Howard complained he wasn't getting enough touches. He and Stan Van Gundy had a falling out. They got together, and since then, Dwight Howard has definitely gotten the touches. 33 of them here in this game, 12 in the 1st quarter, 6 times down the stretch in the 4th quarter. And Stan said, listen, it'll help if you make your free throws. Dwight Howard has done that 10 out of 14 tonight.
All right, Craig, LeBron James back on the floor with 50 seconds to play. Standing ovation from this crowd here at Amway. And the foul is called on James. Dwight Howard leading the way for the Magic. 38 points, 14 of 20 from the field, 10 of 14 at the line. And he has 2 more coming up right here.
He set the tone early. Charles talked about it at the top of the show about Dwight Howard being able to get these fans out of their seat, and he did not disappoint. And I like Stan's approach. Let's get the ball down low. If they're going to double, great. That'll unleash our three-point shooting. If not, attack the bigs of Cleveland.
And Reggie, the question will be asked in the big picture, how does this affect LeBron James? Will he remain in Cleveland? Will he give the front office another opportunity to upgrade the surrounding parts? That will be a point of much discussion the next couple of months.
Well, every time he plays, everyone's going to wonder all next year, where is LeBron James going to do after the decision of the full season? Is he going to, once he becomes a free agent, everyone's going to be calm. You know, you got Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh. But that man right there, LeBron James, people are going to want to know, is he going to stay? Me being a guy who's been in a small market for 18 years in Indiana, I think it would be fabulous if he stayed in Cleveland. I think it's great for the game to have superstars in smaller markets. But when the bright lights and the big cities come calling, Broadway, possibly, it could be a little tempting.
Well, the Knicks have certainly cleared the cap space. And I know that LeBron certainly would like to see the league do well, but he's not going to stay in a market for the sake, you know, of some of the smaller markets doing well. Here comes West for James, and he puts it down. A half minute to go. As the crowd serenades the Cleveland Cavaliers. And the Orlando Magic on their way to the NBA Finals to face the Los Angeles Lakers. The alley-oop broken up. And the West is stripped. The final seconds. The Orlando Magic have defeated the Cleveland Cavaliers in 6. And they are headed to the finals for the first time since 1995. The Magic eliminating LeBron James and the Cavs, the team with the best record in the NBA. Dwight Howard finishing with 40 points, 14 rebounds, 4 assists. Rashard Lewis with 18. He had 14 of the 18 in the first half. Michael Petras off the bench hit 4 threes, 14 points. And LeBron James just, for LeBron, a low-key effort, 25 points on 8 of 20 shooting. Let's go to Craig Sager.
Well, Rashard Lewis in his second year in Orlando Magic uniform. You're going to the NBA Finals? How's it feel?
Oh, man, it's an unbelievable feeling. I've never been this far in my whole career, but the job ain't done yet. You know, we hungry for more. We want to go home. We want to get it all.
You gave a lot of support to Dwight Howard and the team all year long, and particularly here in this series. You had 18 points tonight. But what did you think of Dwight Howard's performance with the 40 points and dominating the glass?
Total domination. He totally dominated the game. He carried us on his back tonight, and you know he took his time inside, and he passed the ball when he had to, and he scored when he had to. And we're going to the Eastern Conference Finals, baby.
Once again, the final score, the Orlando Magic 103, the Cleveland Cavaliers 90. Coming up next, following a quick break, we'll return to Orlando for the Eastern Conference Trophy presentation on Inside the NBA. For Marv Albert and Reggie Miller, I'm Craig Sager. Good night.